Hey y'all, welcome to the show. I'm Lex.
And I'm Derek.
Yeah, so we got this show. Introducing ourselves firstly, my name is Lex. I'm a holistic health coach, and just to briefly talk about what that is, holistic health to me is it encompasses the mind, the body, and the spirit. So it's everything. So though I talk about holistic health as it relates to body, like internally and then externally, it all will also has to do with mental health, spiritual health, and emotional health. So really, that encompasses everything that we do in our day to day lives and everything that can it has the potential to enhance our lives. So that's just like a little bit about me, what I do, and my part of why I wanted us to do this show.
All right, and I'm Derek, also known as Brother Derek Coaches, and I'm a life coach with a focus on relationship coaching. And I really got into that space because I really found that our relationships are very important, and I realized that a lot of times it's not a vocal point. It's not a focus. And the best things in my life have came when I had made an intention to have a good relationship, which is how I met my wife. And I also learned the the challenges that bring when you have a bad relationship, and just all the negative things that can cause as along with kids, unwanted kids, or child support, or even just dangerous situations that people put themselves into just because they don't have healthy relationships. And we all every day are encompassed with relationships, whether it's with your family, with your partner, or just day to day. So healthy relationships are important. But yeah, so we wanted to start this podcast to give you guys information on health, relationships, and all things that will just make your life better, because those are the things that helped us. So
Yeah, and it's just like us giving information, but then like learning stuff too, because we learn stuff every day, and we would like to create a community around it because in our lives, we have people that tell us all the time. I'm talking about on a regular basis. Like we've been together. Oh yeah. So we've been together. The reason why he is an expert in relationships, and I guess one would say I am too. I just don't focus on that area of coaching. But we've been together for almost 10 years, like 9 years and some change. So ever since we started our relationship, like people always told us, like, man, y'all really got something. Like y'all so lucky to have each other on the same page, and not everyone has that. And it's like we already know that. That's the thing. Like no matter if anyone tells us that what we have is special, we know that ourselves. It doesn't just because someone else tells us that's not when we be like, oh really, like what we have is good. It's just like it shows you that the reason we hear it so much, it's a good thing, but it's also not a good thing because when you hear something so much, that tells you that it's not common. Like no one goes around and they find out you got a job, and then every time they see you, they're like, "Yo, you got a job? That's so good. That's so good that you got a job. You got a job." Like
yeah,
it's like every most people we don't have jobs because we run businesses, but most people that we know have jobs, and like if you a lucky person and a fortunate person, if most people you know own businesses, like that's a good environment to be around. But most people we know have jobs, so it's not an uncommon thing. When we had jobs, nobody was going around just telling us. So I'm just not to get off the topic, but I'm just saying, like when someone says that to you over and over, we realize it's something that's so special, and then unfortunately something that everyone doesn't have. And the reason why, like I said, I'm in holistic health, but I don't just talk about what the foods you eat or the things you put on your body, because that's just like one piece of it. It's everything. So when we talk about relationships, the reason why he said he a life coach with a focus on relationships is because you can't just have a good relationship and not nothing else. Because there's so many different things that contribute to you being that person where you can even attract a good relationship. It comes with like working on yourself, and it comes with who you are, what you're doing in your life. You can't just have a good relationship independent of everything else. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's hard, like to be struggling in every point of your life, but you just have this relationship that's like amazing. What I'm saying?
I agree 100%. So that'll be the focus on our podcast. I mean, our show. I'm sorry, and we'll get this information every week. and we just wanted to give you guys an overview on what you guys should expect. So hope you guys tune in. I don't know if you want to add anything. I don't want to cut it
I don't
short.
know. I know that what I was talking about, we have to make just a whole video about that and call it something, just because, that's like the reason. Basically, that's the reason why we doing this, because we want more people to be able to experience this part of life that's very attainable. That is something that having a good relationship and being able to maneuver in those relationships can really enhance the happiness of your life and really put you in a different point in your life. Like, it's nothing like it. And then we realize that everyone doesn't, it's not that they don't get a chance to experience it, but they haven't been able to experience it. That like they struggled just for years, just trying to find what they feel like they need, and then it feels like sometimes they'll never get it. So
And I think a lot of that's self-sabotage too. I
yeah,
think
we're
a
gonna have to
lot.
do that in another video.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
we can talk about it. We've
Oh,
gone
we can
for
do it. We can do it next time. We can do
okay,
it next time.
because that's real deep right there. That's
Yeah, it's
real
gonna
deep.
go down the rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
that's gonna be like an hour video. We can make that video next right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much at that. I feel like that's good for our introduction and shows you a little bit about who we are and why we doing this.
And so we're glad to have y'all. We hope y'all continue to join us, and we'll see y'all next episode. So
Yeah, all right.
peace.